Welcome to Become Better, the channel where we dive into the world of life-changing books and powerful ideas to help you transform your life for the better. Today, we're exploring The Happiness Advantage by Shawn Achor, a book that reveals the secret to success: happiness. The book explores an innovative perspective on happiness and success, proposing a significant shift from the traditional idea that success leads to happiness. Instead, Achor's research reveals a counterintuitive yet powerful reality. Happiness is not simply the result of achievement, but rather the engine that drives it. Drawing from his experiences as a former Harvard lecturer and positive psychology researcher, Achor provides readers with an evidence-based roadmap for how happiness can be a catalyst for success in almost every area of life, from career advancement and productivity to relationships and personal satisfaction. This is not just a self-help book. The Happiness Advantage is deeply grounded in scientific research, offering a fresh approach to the way we view positivity, mental resilience, and success. From the outset, Achor introduces his readers to a fundamental concept: the happiness advantage. This advantage is a state of being that occurs when our brains are in a positive state, allowing us to perform better, think more creatively, and respond to challenges with resilience and optimism. According to Achor, when we are happy, our brains release neurotransmitters such as dopamine and serotonin that not only enhance our mood, but also improve cognitive functioning. This biochemical process allows us to work faster and with greater precision, handle stress more effectively, and even recover more quickly from setbacks. The happiness advantage is something that everyone can tap into, but it requires a shift in mindset, one that involves understanding happiness as a skill that can be cultivated and used as a tool for achieving success. Achor's book is built around 7 principles that aim to provide readers with actionable ways to incorporate happiness into their daily lives. These principles include the happiness advantage, the book's foundation, the Fulcrum and the Lever, which emphasizes the power of perspective, the Tetris Effect, training the brain to recognize positive patterns, falling up, using adversity as a stepping stone for growth, the Zorro Circle, regaining control through small, manageable steps, the 20-second rule, making good habits easier to start, and social investment, prioritizing relationships to build resilience. Each of these principles is supported by scientific studies, anecdotes, and practical exercises, making them accessible and applicable to a wide range of readers. Through these principles, Achor aims to shift the reader's perspective on happiness and success, empowering them to take control of their mental state and approach challenges with a positive outlook. The research behind The Happiness Advantage draws from fields such as psychology, neuroscience, and organizational behavior. Achor's years of work with organizations worldwide, including Fortune 500 companies, educational institutions, and government agencies, has allowed him to observe the impact of happiness on performance firsthand. He cites numerous studies to demonstrate that a positive outlook is not merely a nice-to-have quality, but a crucial element in achieving success. For example, happier employees are shown to be 31% more productive, have 37% higher sales, and are 3 times more creative than their less happy counterparts. Additionally, individuals who cultivate happiness are more likely to experience better physical health, reduce stress, and stronger relationships. This data challenges the traditional belief that success leads to happiness, and instead suggests that happiness is the foundational element that enables people to succeed. Achor's message is particularly relevant in today's fast-paced and high-stress world, where the pressure to achieve can often lead to burnout and mental fatigue. Many people operate under the assumption that they will be happy once they reach a certain level of success, whether it's a job promotion, financial stability, or personal accomplishment. However, Achor argues that this mindset creates a perpetual cycle of striving without fulfillment. He describes this as the if-then trap. where individuals tell themselves, if I achieve X, then I will be happy. This approach, according to Achor, is flawed because it places happiness perpetually out of reach, making it contingent on external factors rather than an internal state of mind. Instead, Achor advocates for a proactive approach to happiness, one that involves cultivating positive habits and perspectives that foster well-being in the present moment. By doing so, individuals can create a positive feedback loop where happiness fuels success, which in turn generates more happiness. This cycle contrasts sharply with the traditional achievement-based model of success and is supported by a growing body of research in positive psychology. Studies show that individuals who actively cultivate happiness are more likely to achieve their goals, build meaningful relationships, and experience overall life satisfaction. Achor's writing style is both engaging and relatable, making complex psychological concepts accessible to a broad audience. He shares anecdotes from his own life, as well as from his work with clients, to illustrate the transformative power of happiness. For instance, he recounts his experience working with a company that had implemented a happiness initiative, which encouraged employees to practice gratitude and engage in acts of kindness. The results were remarkable. Employees reported higher levels of job satisfaction, reduced stress, and improved team dynamics. Through examples like this, Achor demonstrates that happiness is not an abstract concept, but a tangible, practical tool that can be used to improve various aspects of life. One of the most compelling aspects of the happiness advantage is its emphasis on the role of mindset in shaping our experiences. Achor argues that happiness is not a passive state that comes and goes based on external circumstances. Rather, it is an active process that requires intentional effort and practice. He likens happiness to a muscle that can be strengthened over time, with consistent practice leading to lasting changes in the brain. This perspective empowers readers to take control of their happiness, rather than waiting for it to come as a result of success or external achievements. Achor's approach to happiness is also refreshingly pragmatic. While he acknowledges the importance of achieving goals and striving for success, he emphasizes that these pursuits should not come at the expense of well-being. He encourages readers to prioritize happiness as a means of enhancing their performance and resilience, rather than as a reward that comes after success. This shift in mindset can be transformative, allowing individuals to find joy and fulfillment in the present moment, rather than constantly chasing future achievements. In summary, the happiness advantage offers a compelling argument for why happiness should be viewed as a precursor to success rather than a byproduct of it. Through a combination of scientific research, personal anecdotes, and practical exercises, Achor provides readers with a blueprint for cultivating happiness and using it as a tool to achieve their goals. By following the principles outlined in the book, readers can learn to harness the power of positivity to improve their cognitive functioning, enhance their resilience, and create a fulfilling and successful life. Achor's message is both inspiring and actionable, making the happiness advantage a valuable resource for anyone looking to enhance their well-being and performance. The happiness advantage principle. At the core of the happiness advantage is the foundational principle that happiness fuels success, rather than the traditional belief that success leads to happiness. This principle forms the book's namesake and serves as the cornerstone for all other principles Achor presents. Through extensive research, Achor demonstrates that our brains function significantly better when we are in a positive state. When we experience happiness, our cognitive abilities sharpen, our resilience strengthens, and our problem-solving capabilities become more robust. This positive state, what Achor calls the happiness advantage, allows individuals to perform at their best, not because they've achieved success, but because they've cultivated happiness as a proactive measure. In traditional thinking, happiness is often viewed as the result of hard work and achievement. People tend to believe that once they've reached a particular milestone, they will be happy. That once they've earned that promotion, achieved that goal, or accumulated a certain amount of wealth, happiness will follow. However, Achor challenges this model by presenting evidence that happiness is not an endpoint to be reached, but a powerful state that can be accessed at any time, providing a significant advantage in reaching our goals. The happiness advantage operates as a feedback loop. The happier we are, the more successful we become, and the more successful we are, the more happiness we experience. By shifting the focus from success first to happiness first, Achor proposes a transformative approach to achieving our full potential. One of the most compelling aspects of this principle is the impact of positive emotions on brain function. When we are in a state of happiness, the brain releases chemicals like dopamine and serotonin, which enhance our cognitive functioning. These chemicals improve our memory, increase our attention span, and boost our ability to think creatively. Achor explains that this is why happiness isn't just a nice-to-have quality. It's a state that biologically equips us to perform better. For example, studies have shown that doctors in a positive mood solve diagnostic puzzles more accurately and faster than doctors in a neutral or negative state. The implications of this are significant. By intentionally fostering happiness, individuals can enhance their cognitive abilities and become more effective in their professional and personal lives. The happiness advantage principle is backed by research across multiple disciplines, including psychology, neuroscience, and organizational behavior. Achor cites studies that show how happiness can improve productivity, creativity, and resilience. For example, happier employees are typically 31% more productive and have 37% higher sales. They are also more effective in leadership roles, more resilient in the face of challenges, and more likely to receive positive feedback from supervisors and peers. This effect is not limited to the workplace. Happiness has also been shown to improve physical health, leading to better immune function, faster recovery from illness, and even longer life expectancy. These findings emphasize that happiness is not only beneficial for personal satisfaction, but is also a vital component of performance and well-being. Achor illustrates the happiness advantage principle with several practical examples and exercises designed to help readers cultivate happiness in their own lives. One of the most accessible practices is gratitude journaling, which involves taking a few moments each day to write down things you're grateful for. Studies show that this simple exercise can lead to a more optimistic outlook, improved relationships, and a significant increase in overall happiness. Another technique is the 3 good things exercise, where individuals reflect on 3 positive events that occurred each day. This exercise helps rewire the brain to focus on positive experiences rather than negative ones, effectively building a habit of noticing the good in life. Another important aspect of the happiness advantage principle is the role of activation energy, which is the initial energy required to start a task. Achor explains that by making positive behaviors easier to start and negative behaviors more difficult, we can create habits that support happiness. For example, placing workout clothes next to the bed makes it easier to start exercising in the morning, whereas putting a television remote out of reach can reduce mindless screen time. These small changes can have a significant impact over time, as they allow positive actions to become habits without relying heavily on willpower. Achor also introduces the concept of social support as a vital component of the happiness advantage. Research shows that people who maintain strong social connections are more likely to experience happiness and resilience. In fact, social support is one of the strongest predictors of long-term well-being, even more so than financial security or career success. Achor suggests that by investing in relationships and building a network of support, individuals can create a foundation of happiness that enhances their resilience and helps them navigate life's challenges. Social support not only boosts happiness, but also serves as a buffer against stress, making it easier to recover from setbacks and maintain a positive outlook. One of the most transformative elements of the happiness advantage principle is its applicability to the workplace. Many companies are now recognizing the value of a positive work environment, and are implementing strategies to enhance employee happiness. For example, Google offers its employees perks like fitness classes, free meals, and relaxation spaces, all designed to boost happiness and, in turn, productivity. Companies that foster a positive work culture tend to experience lower turnover rates, higher levels of engagement, and better overall performance. Achor's research provides compelling evidence that investing in employee well-being is not just an ethical choice, but a financially sound one as well. The happiness advantage principle also extends to education, where schools that focus on student happiness report better academic outcomes and fewer behavioral issues. Achor shares examples of schools that have implemented programs to teach students about gratitude, resilience, and mindfulness, resulting in a more positive learning environment. These programs not only improve academic performance, but also equip students with life skills that support mental well-being. Achor's research suggests that by cultivating happiness in educational settings, we can create a generation of students who are not only successful, but also resilient and emotionally healthy. One of the most important takeaways from the happiness advantage principle is the idea that happiness is a choice. While external factors can influence our mood, Achor emphasizes that we have the power to choose happiness by focusing on positive experiences, practicing gratitude, and building supportive relationships. This proactive approach to happiness is empowering because it puts control back into the hands of the individual. Rather than waiting for happiness to come as a result of success, Achor encourages readers to make happiness a priority now, as this will set the stage for greater achievements in the future. In summary, the happiness advantage principle is a transformative approach to success that challenges the conventional wisdom of achievement-first happiness. Achor presents a compelling case for why happiness should be viewed as a tool for achieving success rather than as a reward that comes afterward. By cultivating happiness through gratitude, social support, and intentional habits, individuals can unlock their full potential and perform at their best. This principle not only applies to personal growth, but also has wide-reaching implications for workplaces, schools, and communities. Achor's research shows that when people are happy, they are healthier, more resilient, and more capable of achieving their goals. The happiness advantage is not just a concept, it's a powerful tool that can change the way we approach life and success. Mindset shifts, leveraging the fulcrum and positive patterns. The next principle in the happiness advantage introduces the concept of leveraging our mindset to create better outcomes by consciously shifting how we perceive and interact with the world. Achor uses the metaphor of a fulcrum and lever to explain how we can alter our perspective to maximize our potential. In this analogy, the lever represents our ability to succeed, while the fulcrum, the point on which the lever pivots, represents our mindset. By adjusting the position of the fulcrum, we can gain more leverage over our challenges, enabling us to approach them with greater confidence and creativity. This shift isn't merely an exercise in positive thinking. It's a powerful tool for reframing situations in a way that allows us to find solutions and opportunities where we might have previously seen limitations or obstacles. Achor explains that our mindset, how we interpret events and perceive ourselves, can fundamentally change how we experience success and failure. People with a fixed mindset believe their abilities and intelligence are static and unchangeable, leading them to shy away from challenges or avoid risks that might lead to failure. In contrast, individuals with a growth mindset view their abilities as malleable and capable of improvement. This perspective encourages them to embrace challenges as opportunities to learn and grow, rather than as threats to their self-image. Achor's research aligns closely with the work of psychologist Carol Dweck, who pioneered the growth mindset concept, underscoring that a shift in mindset can open up new possibilities and pave the way for success. A crucial aspect of leveraging the fulcrum involves recognizing and reprogramming the mental patterns that shape our experiences. Achor introduces the Tetris Effect, named after the classic video game in which players arrange falling blocks to form complete lines. After extended periods of gameplay, some players find themselves seeing Tetris-like patterns in real life, such as noticing shapes or spatial arrangements in everyday objects. This phenomenon reveals a fundamental truth about our brains. They are highly adept at recognizing and replicating patterns based on what they are consistently exposed to. If our minds are repeatedly focused on negative patterns, problems, failures, or shortcomings, our brains become conditioned to see negativity everywhere. This negative Tetris effect can trap us in a loop of self-doubt, stress, and pessimism, diminishing our resilience and limiting our ability to recognize potential solutions or opportunities. Fortunately, just as the brain can be conditioned to recognize negative patterns, it can also be trained to focus on positive ones. Achor suggests that by consciously practicing positivity, such as through gratitude exercises, reflecting on daily successes, and cultivating optimistic thoughts, we can create a positive Tetris effect. This shift in focus rewires the brain to prioritize positivity, making it easier to see opportunities, solutions, and constructive patterns in daily life. One of the most effective exercises Achor recommends is keeping a daily gratitude journal, where we jot down 3 things we are grateful for each day. Studies have shown that regularly practicing gratitude can improve mood, reduce stress, and strengthen social connections, effectively training the brain to notice the good in our surroundings. Over time, this practice can transform our perception of the world, helping us build resilience and adaptability. Another technique Achor discusses is the 3 good things exercise, where individuals take a few minutes each day to reflect on 3 positive events or interactions that happened. This exercise is designed to counterbalance our natural tendency toward negativity bias, which is the brain's inclination to focus more on negative events than positive ones. Negativity bias developed as a survival mechanism for early humans, helping them stay vigilant to potential dangers. However, in the modern world, this bias can cause unnecessary stress, anxiety, and dissatisfaction. By actively focusing on positive experiences, the 3 good things exercise helps us override negativity bias, creating a more balanced and constructive mental outlook. The Tetris Effect principle also extends into professional settings, where cultivating a positive focus can have a direct impact on productivity and workplace satisfaction. For instance, individuals who focus on recognizing patterns of success, both in themselves and in their teams, tend to report higher levels of job satisfaction, improved relationships with colleagues, and greater overall engagement. Managers and leaders can also benefit from fostering a positive Tetris effect within their teams by acknowledging accomplishments, celebrating small wins, and encouraging team members to recognize each other's strengths. By creating an environment that highlights achievements and potential, leaders help their teams build confidence, foster collaboration, and maintain a proactive attitude toward challenges. Achor also emphasizes the importance of consciously setting the fulcrum in a way that empowers us rather than limiting us. This involves taking a proactive role in defining how we view ourselves, our abilities, and our potential. For example, someone facing a demanding project might feel overwhelmed if they believe they lack the necessary skills. However, by shifting the fulcrum and viewing the project as an opportunity for skill development and growth, they can approach it with more enthusiasm and resilience. This shift in perspective not only reduces stress, but also enhances motivation, making it more likely that the individual will persevere and succeed. Achor argues that by taking control of our mental narrative and viewing ourselves through a lens of possibility, we can create a self-fulfilling prophecy of success and fulfillment. The Fulcrum and Lever principle underscores the power of perception in shaping our lives. It reminds us that we are not merely passive recipients of our experiences. We are active participants who can influence how we interpret and respond to the world around us. By adjusting our perspective, we can change how we feel about our abilities and, consequently, expand what we believe is possible. This principle encourages us to adopt a mindset of growth, resilience, and optimism, which are essential qualities for achieving long-term success and happiness. The combined power of the Fulcrum and Lever principle and the Tetris Effect demonstrates how crucial it is to be intentional about our thought patterns. By aligning our mindset with our goals, we enhance our capacity for achievement and create a mental environment that supports our aspirations. Achor's research provides compelling evidence that happiness and success are not separate entities, but are deeply intertwined. When we consciously direct our thoughts toward positivity and growth, we lay the groundwork for a fulfilling and successful life, one in which challenges are viewed as opportunities and setbacks are stepping stones toward a greater future. In essence, the principles of leveraging the fulcrum and creating positive patterns serve as foundational tools for rewiring our brains for happiness and success. By adopting these practices, individuals can break free from limiting beliefs, cultivate resilience, and approach life with a renewed sense of purpose and optimism. The impact of these mindset shifts can be profound, transforming not only our personal experiences, but also our relationships, careers, and overall outlook on life. Achor's work in The Happiness Advantage invites readers to take control of their mindset, empowering them to shape their own reality and achieve their full potential. Resilience, turning adversity into opportunity. A significant aspect of the happiness advantage is Achor's principle of resilience, embodied in what he calls falling up. This principle highlights the idea that how we respond to failure and adversity is crucial in shaping our path towards success. Instead of viewing setbacks as insurmountable barriers or sources of despair, Achor encourages us to see them as opportunities for growth and self-improvement. This mindset shift is transformative. It changes the way we experience challenges and empowers us to fall up instead of feeling defeated. By understanding failure as an essential part of learning and development, we build resilience, a quality that strengthens our ability to handle stress, adapt to change, and thrive in the face of adversity. The idea behind falling up is that setbacks are inevitable in life, but our response to them determines whether we become stronger or more fragile. Achor argues that rather than seeing failure as an endpoint, we should view it as a stepping stone on the path to personal and professional growth. He shares numerous examples of people who have used failure as a learning tool, leveraging their experiences to build new skills, refine their approaches, and ultimately reach higher levels of success. One compelling story involves renowned athletes and entrepreneurs who encountered significant setbacks but chose to see these failures as opportunities to improve, adapt, and ultimately fall up rather than fall down. This shift in perspective is not just about maintaining a positive outlook. It's about developing a mindset that actively seeks growth from each experience, no matter how challenging. One of the key techniques Achor suggests for building resilience is the practice of cognitive reappraisal, which involves changing how we interpret negative events. Cognitive reappraisal encourages us to look at challenges objectively, distancing ourselves from immediate emotional reactions and reframing the situation in a way that is constructive. For instance, rather than viewing a job loss as a personal failure, cognitive reappraisal would encourage us to see it as an opportunity to explore new career paths, learn valuable lessons, or develop skills that we may not have considered before. By reframing adversity in a way that highlights potential benefits, we reduce stress and build resilience, making it easier to bounce back from setbacks and approach future challenges with confidence. Achor also introduces the concept of post-traumatic growth, which refers to the positive changes that can occur as a result of struggling with highly challenging life circumstances. While most people are familiar with post-traumatic stress, which is a negative outcome of experiencing trauma, post-traumatic growth represents the opposite. It is the idea that adversity can lead to greater personal strength, deeper relationships, and an expanded sense of purpose. Studies have shown that people who experience post-traumatic growth often report a renewed appreciation for life, increased resilience, and a stronger commitment to their values. By focusing on the potential for growth in the face of adversity, we can cultivate a mindset that sees challenges as opportunities for transformation rather than as threats to our well-being. To foster this growth-oriented approach, Achor recommends developing a mental map of alternative routes to success. When we face a setback, it's natural to feel that our options have been closed off, leading to a sense of helplessness or despair. However, by creating a mental map that includes multiple paths to our goals, we increase our flexibility and adaptability. This approach allows us to see failure as one route among many, rather than as a definitive end to our journey. For example, if a project at work doesn't go as planned, having a mental map of alternative strategies can help us pivot quickly and find new ways to achieve our objectives. This flexibility is a hallmark of resilient individuals, as it allows them to navigate obstacles without losing sight of their goals. The principle of falling up also involves learning to embrace small wins as part of the process of overcoming adversity. Achor explains that by recognizing and celebrating small victories along the way, we build momentum and reinforce our resilience. Small wins serve as reminders of our progress, even when the ultimate goal feels distant or challenging. This approach can be especially helpful in high-stress environments, where large goals may seem overwhelming or unattainable. By breaking down challenges into smaller, manageable steps, we create a series of attainable milestones that encourage us to keep moving forward. This technique not only boosts our confidence, but also reinforces our belief in our ability to overcome obstacles, building a cycle of resilience that strengthens over time. In addition to cognitive reappraisal and small wins, Achor emphasizes the importance of social support in building resilience. Studies show that individuals who have strong social connections are more likely to bounce back from setbacks and cope effectively with stress. Support from friends, family, or colleagues provides a buffer against the emotional impact of failure, allowing us to process difficult experiences in a safe and supportive environment. Social support also reinforces our sense of belonging, reminding us that we are not alone in our struggles. Achor encourages us to seek out supportive relationships and to lean on these connections during challenging times. By building a network of allies, we create a foundation of resilience that makes it easier to fall up when we encounter setbacks. One of the practical exercises Achor suggests for building resilience is the adversity inventory, which involves making a list of past challenges and reflecting on the lessons learned from each experience. This exercise helps us reframe past failures as valuable learning opportunities and reminds us of our capacity to overcome difficulties. By reviewing our past successes in navigating adversity, we reinforce our belief in our own resilience and build confidence in our ability to handle future challenges. The adversity inventory is a powerful tool for fostering a growth-oriented mindset, as it encourages us to see failure as part of the learning process, rather than as a reflection of our worth or capabilities. The falling up principle has profound implications not only for individuals, but also for organizations. Companies that foster a culture of resilience tend to experience lower turnover rates, higher employee engagement, and better overall performance. Achor shares examples of organizations that have implemented resilience training programs, teaching employees how to reframe challenges, seek support, and build mental maps for navigating setbacks. These companies have found that employees who are equipped with resilience skills are more likely to stay motivated, collaborate effectively, and maintain a positive outlook even during difficult times. By encouraging employees to fall up rather than fear failure, organizations create an environment that supports innovation, risk-taking, and continuous improvement. In summary, the principle of falling up teaches us that resilience is not about avoiding failure, but about learning how to use failure as a catalyst for growth. By reframing adversity, seeking social support, and focusing on small wins, we develop the mental toughness needed to navigate life's challenges. Achor's insights into resilience offer a refreshing perspective on how we can turn setbacks into stepping stones for success, empowering us to approach life with confidence, adaptability, and an unwavering belief in our potential. This principle is not just about positive thinking. It's about developing a mindset that sees every challenge as an opportunity to grow, learn, and ultimately thrive, applying happiness in real life and building social connections. In The Happiness Advantage, Shawn Achor emphasizes that happiness is not just a state of mind, but a practical tool that can be integrated into daily life to improve well-being, resilience, and performance. Achor presents actionable steps and exercises designed to help individuals incorporate happiness into their everyday routines, transforming it into a reliable source of strength and productivity. This principle is particularly powerful because it shifts happiness from an abstract concept to a tangible, achievable goal that can impact every area of our lives. Achor's approach demystifies happiness, showing us that by practicing simple, consistent habits, we can experience lasting improvements in our mental and emotional well-being. From gratitude practices to goal setting and maintaining social connections, The Happiness Advantage provides readers with a toolkit for building a happier, more fulfilling life. One of the most straightforward ways to incorporate happiness into daily life is through gratitude exercises. Achor explains that practicing gratitude is one of the most effective ways to boost happiness, as it encourages us to focus on the positive aspects of our lives rather than dwelling on the negative. Studies have shown that regularly expressing gratitude can improve mood, strengthen relationships, and even enhance physical health by reducing stress. One popular exercise is the gratitude journal, where individuals take a few moments each day to write down 3 things they are thankful for. This practice may seem simple, but it has been shown to create lasting shifts in perspective, training the brain to notice and appreciate positive experiences. Over time, gratitude becomes a habit, helping individuals cultivate a more optimistic and resilient mindset. Another practical application Achor suggests is the 3 good things exercise, which involves reflecting on 3 positive events or interactions that happened each day. This exercise is designed to counteract the brain's natural negativity bias, which often causes us to focus more on negative events than positive ones. By consciously choosing to reflect on positive experiences, we can retrain our minds to notice the good around us, effectively balancing out the impact of negative thoughts and experiences. This shift in focus is not only beneficial for individual well-being, but also has a ripple effect on our interactions with others, as people who practice positivity tend to be more empathetic, patient, and engaged in their relationships. Achor emphasizes that happiness is also enhanced through acts of kindness and compassion. Engaging in small acts of kindness, such as offering a compliment, helping a coworker, or volunteering time, creates a sense of purpose and connection. Studies show that people who perform acts of kindness experience increased levels of happiness and decreased stress, as these actions trigger the release of feel-good chemicals like oxytocin and endorphins. These positive emotions contribute to a sense of fulfillment and build stronger social connections, which are critical components of resilience and overall happiness. Achor encourages readers to look for opportunities to spread kindness in their daily lives, as this practice not only improves their own happiness, but also enhances the well-being of those around them. Building social connections is one of the most powerful applications of the happiness advantage. Achor explains that relationships are fundamental to happiness and resilience as they provide support, encouragement, and a sense of belonging. Numerous studies show that people with strong social connections are more likely to be happy, healthy, and resilient in the face of adversity. Social support acts as a buffer against stress, reducing the risk of burnout and enhancing our ability to cope with challenges. In contrast, isolation can lead to feelings of loneliness and increase the likelihood of depression, anxiety, and physical health problems. Achor stresses the importance of nurturing relationships, as these connections form a foundation of happiness that can sustain us through life's ups and downs. In the workplace, social connections can lead to higher job satisfaction, better team collaboration, and improved performance. Achor shares examples of companies that prioritize employee happiness by fostering a sense of community and encouraging positive social interactions. These companies have found that employees who feel connected to their colleagues are more engaged, motivated, and loyal. Positive work relationships create a supportive environment where employees feel valued and empowered, which in turn leads to higher productivity and a more positive workplace culture. Managers and leaders can facilitate these connections by encouraging teamwork, recognizing employees' contributions, and creating opportunities for social bonding, such as team-building activities or group lunches. Achor emphasizes that social investment is not just beneficial for workplace success, but is also essential for personal fulfillment. He encourages readers to invest time and energy into building strong relationships with family, friends, and colleagues. This investment doesn't have to be time-consuming. Small gestures like checking in with a friend, expressing appreciation, or offering support during difficult times can significantly strengthen social bonds. Achor explains that by prioritizing social investment, we create a network of support that enhances our resilience and helps us navigate life's challenges more effectively. These connections provide emotional support and practical assistance, reminding us that we are not alone in our struggles. One of Achor's key insights is that building social connections requires intentional effort. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to become so focused on personal goals that we neglect our relationships. Achor suggests that by setting aside time each week to nurture our connections, we can ensure that these relationships remain strong and fulfilling. Whether it's scheduling a coffee date with a friend, calling a family member, or simply spending quality time with loved ones, these moments of connection contribute to a sense of belonging and purpose. Achor also encourages readers to reach out during times of stress, as social support is one of the most effective tools for managing anxiety and maintaining a positive outlook. An important part of applying the happiness advantage in real life is the idea of setting meaningful goals. Achor explains that having a clear sense of purpose and direction can significantly enhance happiness, as it gives us something to strive for and a reason to overcome obstacles. Goal setting helps us stay focused and motivated, allowing us to channel our energy into pursuits that bring us fulfillment and satisfaction. However, Achor emphasizes that goals should be realistic and attainable, as setting overly ambitious or vague goals can lead to frustration and disappointment. He suggests breaking down larger goals into smaller, actionable steps, creating a roadmap that makes the process feel more manageable and rewarding. Achor also encourages readers to celebrate progress along the way, as recognizing small wins can boost motivation and reinforce positive behaviors. For instance, if someone is working toward a fitness goal, celebrating milestones like completing a workout or reaching a new personal best can help them stay motivated and committed. This approach creates a sense of accomplishment and builds momentum, making it easier to stay on track and maintain a positive outlook. By celebrating progress, we create a cycle of success where each achievement fuels further motivation and happiness. Applying happiness in real life also involves developing habits that support mental and physical well-being. Achor explains that habits are powerful tools for creating lasting change, as they allow us to perform positive behaviors automatically, without relying on willpower alone. He suggests starting with small, manageable habits that can be easily incorporated into daily routines, such as practicing gratitude, exercising regularly, or meditating for a few minutes each day. These habits may seem simple, but they have a cumulative effect, gradually building a foundation of happiness and resilience. Achor's advice aligns with research showing that even small, consistent actions can lead to significant improvements in well-being over time. In conclusion, Applying the happiness advantage in real life involves adopting a proactive approach to happiness by practicing gratitude, setting meaningful goals, performing acts of kindness, building social connections, and developing positive habits. These practices are not just about feeling good in the moment. They create a framework for a fulfilling life, one that is resilient in the face of challenges and deeply connected to others. By investing in happiness and relationships, we create a foundation that supports our well-being and empowers us to thrive. Achor's insights remind us that happiness is not something to be pursued passively. It's a choice and a practice that we can cultivate every day to enhance our quality of life and build a brighter future. Scientific foundations and positive psychology's impact. Shawn Achor's The Happiness Advantage draws extensively from the field of positive psychology, which seeks to understand the factors that contribute to human flourishing, happiness, and overall well-being. Unlike traditional psychology, which often focuses on addressing mental illness and dysfunction, positive psychology aims to explore and enhance the qualities that allow individuals and communities to thrive. This field has been rapidly gaining traction over the past few decades, and Achor's work is situated at the forefront, emphasizing how cultivating a positive mindset and prioritizing happiness can yield significant benefits across personal and professional domains. The scientific foundation of the happiness advantage gives it credibility, backing Achor's insights with a wealth of research that demonstrates the measurable effects of happiness on cognitive performance, resilience, health, and interpersonal relationships. One of the key concepts in positive psychology is the idea of brain plasticity or neuroplasticity, which refers to the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections. Achor explains that our brains are not static. They are constantly changing in response to our thoughts, behaviors, and environment. This understanding is crucial because it suggests that happiness and positive thinking are not fixed traits that we either have or lack. Instead, they are skills that can be developed over time through intentional practice. Studies in neuroscience show that when we engage in practices like gratitude journaling, mindfulness meditation, or acts of kindness, we can actually rewire our brains to make positive thinking and happiness more habitual. This process strengthens neural pathways associated with optimism, resilience, and well-being, making it easier to maintain a positive outlook even in challenging situations. Achor's emphasis on brain plasticity aligns with research showing that happiness is not simply a byproduct of external circumstances, but is largely influenced by our mindset and habits. For instance, studies on gratitude have shown that people who practice gratitude regularly experience higher levels of life satisfaction, better physical health, and stronger social connections. This is because gratitude encourages us to focus on the positive aspects of our lives, which shifts our attention away from stresses and challenges. When we regularly acknowledge what we are grateful for, we train our brains to look for positive experiences, creating a feedback loop that enhances happiness. The act of reflecting on positive aspects of life also activates regions of the brain associated with reward and pleasure, reinforcing the habit of gratitude and further strengthening our resilience to negative emotions. Another important concept that supports Achor's work is the broaden and build theory developed by psychologist Barbara Fredrickson. According to this theory, positive emotions broaden our awareness, enabling us to see a wider range of possibilities and solutions. In contrast, negative emotions tend to narrow our focus, often limiting us to a survival-oriented mindset that restricts creative thinking. Fredrickson's research shows that when we experience positive emotions like joy, curiosity, and gratitude, we become more open to new ideas and more willing to engage with others. This openness facilitates learning, creativity, and personal growth, helping us build resources that enhance our ability to cope with stress. Achor draws on this theory to explain why the happiness advantage principle is so effective. When we cultivate happiness, we expand our mental and emotional toolkit, equipping ourselves to handle challenges with greater agility and resilience. The scientific foundations of the happiness advantage extend beyond psychology into the realm of health and wellness. Research shows that happiness and optimism are linked to better physical health outcomes, including lower blood pressure, improved immune function, and longer life expectancy. Achor explains that these benefits arise because happiness reduces the physiological effects of stress, which is known to weaken the immune system, increase inflammation, and elevate the risk of chronic conditions like heart disease. For example, studies have shown that people who maintain a positive outlook are less likely to develop cardiovascular problems, even when other risk factors are present. This is because positive emotions counteract the harmful effects of stress hormones like cortisol, which can damage blood vessels and impair immune function over time. By fostering happiness and resilience, individuals can protect their health and reduce the impact of stress on their bodies. One of the most intriguing aspects of Achor's work is his exploration of the placebo effect in relation to happiness and performance. The placebo effect refers to the phenomenon where individuals experience real improvements in health or well-being simply because they believe they are receiving treatment, even if the treatment is inactive or a sugar pill. Achor suggests that a similar effect can occur when individuals believe in their own potential for happiness and success. When we adopt a positive mindset and genuinely believe that we are capable of achieving our goals, this belief can become a self-fulfilling prophecy. The power of belief, when combined with positive habits, can enhance motivation, reduce stress, and increase our capacity to overcome obstacles. Achor uses this concept to emphasize the importance of mindset, explaining that our beliefs about ourselves and our abilities play a crucial role in determining our outcomes. Incorporating the science of happiness into the workplace has become a growing trend as organizations recognize the link between employee well-being and productivity. Achor's work has been instrumental in helping companies create positive work environments that promote happiness, engagement, and collaboration. Studies show that employees who experience positive emotions are more productive, more creative, and better at problem solving than those in neutral or negative states. For example, research conducted by Gallup found that employees who are actively engaged in their work are more likely to perform at higher levels, have lower absenteeism rates, and contribute to a more positive workplace culture. Achor explains that by fostering a culture of happiness, organizations can improve employee morale, reduce turnover, and enhance overall performance. Companies that prioritize employee well-being through initiatives like flexible work hours, wellness programs, and opportunities for social connection tend to report higher levels of job satisfaction and loyalty. Achor's insights into the science of happiness have also influenced educational settings, where positive psychology is being used to improve student outcomes. Schools that implement positive psychology principles report better academic performance, fewer behavioral issues, and higher levels of student engagement. By teaching students about resilience, gratitude, and positive thinking, these schools are equipping young people with skills that will serve them well throughout their lives. Achor shares examples of schools that incorporate gratitude exercises, mindfulness practices, and social-emotional learning into their curriculum. These initiatives not only improve students' mental well-being, but also create a supportive and inclusive learning environment that fosters curiosity, collaboration, and resilience. Achor's work in positive psychology demonstrates that happiness is not just a passive state to be enjoyed, but an active process that can be cultivated through intentional practices. The scientific foundation of the happiness advantage reveals that happiness is within our control, not a fleeting emotion that depends on external circumstances. By understanding the psychological and neurological mechanisms behind happiness, individuals can take steps to make happiness a permanent part of their lives. Positive psychology teaches us that happiness is both a choice and a skill, one that can be developed through consistent effort and self-reflection. In conclusion, the scientific foundations of the happiness advantage provide compelling evidence that happiness is not simply a byproduct of success, but an essential component of it. Through practices like gratitude, mindfulness, and social connection, we can rewire our brains to be more resilient, adaptable, and creative. The principles of positive psychology show that happiness enhances our physical health, strengthens our relationships, and improves our cognitive functioning. By applying these principles, we create a cycle of positivity that fuels our success and enhances our quality of life. Acher's work reminds us that happiness is not something we have to wait for. It's something we can create through intentional action, transforming both our personal and professional lives. Conclusion. In The Happiness Advantage, Shawn Achor presents a transformative approach to happiness, demonstrating that it's not merely a result of success, but a powerful tool that drives it. Through the book's 7 principles, Achor offers a roadmap for harnessing happiness to improve every area of life, from career performance and personal relationships to physical health and mental resilience. By challenging the conventional idea that happiness is a reward waiting at the end of the success journey, Achor reveals that by cultivating happiness first, we open up opportunities for greater achievements, better problem solving, and a more fulfilling life. His work, grounded in positive psychology and supported by scientific research, makes a compelling case for shifting our priorities. Happiness isn't something to pursue after reaching our goals, but something to embrace as the foundation of our daily lives. The 7 principles: the happiness advantage, the fulcrum and the lever, the Tetris Effect, falling up, the Zorro circle, the 20-second rule, and social investment, each offer practical, actionable strategies that anyone can apply to create a more positive, resilient mindset. Whether it's by adjusting our mental fulcrum to expand our perspective, practicing gratitude to foster positive patterns, or investing time in building strong social connections, these principles give readers concrete tools to cultivate happiness in their day-to-day lives. Achor's message is one of empowerment. He emphasizes that happiness is within reach for everyone and is something we can intentionally create rather than passively wait for. Each principle is a stepping stone, leading to a life where happiness fuels success and challenges are viewed as opportunities for growth. Achor's insights are especially timely in today's fast-paced, high-stress world, where the pressure to achieve often comes at the expense of well-being. The happiness advantage serves as a reminder that success does not need to be synonymous with stress, burnout, or sacrifice. By prioritizing happiness and mental resilience, individuals can achieve more sustainable and fulfilling success. Achor's research-backed exercises, from gratitude journaling to practicing small acts of kindness, provide a practical foundation for integrating happiness into daily routines. By taking consistent, small actions, readers can gradually build a more positive outlook that supports long-term happiness and achievement. Achor's emphasis on social connections as a pillar of happiness is another powerful takeaway. In a culture that often values individual achievement, the happiness advantage reminds us that relationships are essential to our well-being. Building and maintaining strong social bonds provide emotional support, enhance our resilience, and foster a sense of belonging. Achor encourages readers to actively invest in their relationships, whether with family, friends, or colleagues, as these connections are not only sources of joy, but also key to enduring happiness. By surrounding ourselves with positive influences and creating a support network, we strengthen our ability to cope with life's challenges and enhance our overall quality of life. In the workplace, Achor's principles have transformative potential. Companies that adopt a happiness-first approach often see improvements in employee morale, productivity, and collaboration. Achor's work highlights the business case for happiness, demonstrating that happy employees are more engaged, innovative, and loyal. Organizations can foster a culture of happiness by creating positive environments, recognizing accomplishments, and providing opportunities for social connection. This shift toward a happiness-focused workplace culture has the potential to reduce burnout, improve job satisfaction, and create teams that are more resilient in the face of challenges. Acher's insights underscore the fact that happiness is not only beneficial for individuals, but also for organizations as a whole. The impact of the happiness advantage extends beyond individual or organizational success. It offers a blueprint for a fulfilling and balanced life. By shifting our mindset, practicing gratitude, building resilience, and fostering connections, we create a life that is not only successful, but also meaningful. Achor's principles remind us that happiness is more than just an emotion. It's a resource that fuels every other area of our lives. This approach to happiness empowers individuals to take charge of their mental well-being, equipping them with the tools they need to thrive regardless of external circumstances. As you reflect on the principles in the happiness advantage, consider how you can start incorporating them into your own life. Begin by choosing one practice, perhaps gratitude journaling, focusing on small wins, or setting aside time for social connections, and commit to it for a week. Notice the impact on your mood, your outlook, and your interactions with others. Remember, the journey toward lasting happiness doesn't require drastic changes. Small, consistent actions can lead to profound shifts over time. As Achor's research shows, happiness is a choice and a skill that we can cultivate daily. Thank you for joining this deep dive into the happiness advantage. If you found these insights valuable, consider subscribing to Become Better for more book summaries and tips for personal growth. Let us know in the comments which principle resonated most with you and how you plan to implement it. Remember, happiness is not just a result, it's a powerful tool you can use to shape a more successful, resilient, and fulfilling life. Until next time, keep striving to become the best version of yourself and use the power of happiness to unlock your true potential.